Welcome to Anno 117, where we're playing the hardest difficulty possible, and honestly it is hard, but we are surviving. We have started even an army. Look at this, we have some archers on this second island over here. We've expanded quite a lot in the last episode. Don't hesitate to check in the video description below if you want to see the full playlist, because yeah, we did a big expansion of this island. We now have workforce to have a bigger army. We're actually standing up a second company of archers over here. We have a couple of towers to help defend, so that is great. Today we're gonna focus more on this island, our starting island here. We have quite a lot of space on this island, and we're gonna try to get a lot more people, a lot more, AQUEDUCTs and others to expand. So let's get started. Actually, I'm gonna stay in pause, and we're going to continue expanding kind of this. Or actually, maybe the first thing we should do is look, can we mix this? So we do have over here the marble, but we need limestone over here. Now the good thing is limestone you can put anywhere on any island, and then we need sand, which again you can put on any island. It's just in the arbor. So we're gonna be able to make over here some concrete, but it does require, as you can see, 11 of these tier 3, the AQUEDUCTs workforce. So we're not gonna do that right away, but that will help us in the future to have some better roads. I don't even know if we unlocked them yet already. We did not, because you need to have 5 concrete in storage to be able to unlock them. So that will be after. Therefore, in the meantime, let's focus a bit more on our people. What we do also need to focus on is making sure we're in positive on island health, happiness, and fire safety. And in particular, as we're going to move now into tier 4, we're gonna have a lot of negative for fire, happiness, and health. So let's see, because I didn't actually build any of these yet. So I'm wondering if we're gonna put one, actually it's not gonna fit. Okay. So the good thing is with an hospital, the kind of range is pretty far. So one on this side, one on that side, I think will be totally fine. In terms of these, we've already put 2. We have put 1 on this side, actually 2 on this side. So yeah, there's not more we can put except on this side, but we're gonna have to keep that in mind. And for the city watch, we have also put 2 already. Maybe in the future we'll put 1 on this side. We haven't put so many wells though, I'm sure. So let's start placing a couple of wells if we have in particular space. Like here, maybe there. We're gonna do the same also with the watchtower. Try to get our happiness up. So let's go here. Maybe 1 on this side too. And we can do the same actually for the latrine. Up. And here we don't have any space. We can potentially put it here. No. And actually, well, let's put 1 of these too. Okay, so it's not perfect, but it will help a bit for sure. Okay, let's continue expanding also the people. So we know that we have a market over here that's covering pretty well, but soon we're gonna need a second market, especially on this side, I think. So let's build it right away before we forget. If I don't put it so close, there are some houses that won't be in range, so yeah, let's put it pretty close. The tavern, we also have a few places where it's not supported, more on the side, so maybe we're more going to put them on the side. So we already have 1 here. Okay, so let's go 1 here, 1 there, and then let's go with some more houses. We have access over here to the sanctuary, that's fine. We have the grammaticus on this side, so we should probably upgrade more. Why did I put the grammaticus over here? It's an interesting mistake I made. So I guess we're going to keep more, we're going to upgrade more these houses and downgrade those ones in the future. Okay, and then let's think also quickly about the aqueduct. We're gonna need to unlock these at 150 AQUEDUCTs, but in particular, we're gonna want to put a citern somewhere over here, and then we're gonna need source in the mountain. So unfortunately there is no source here. There is one pretty far on this side, and we do have one here potentially. Okay. On both cases it's pretty far, to be honest, but maybe we'll take this one. Okay, anyway, let's continue expanding houses. There, yeah. Oh, not gonna go too crazy. Definitely add a few more all around. Yep. Then we put roads everywhere. Otherwise, they're obviously not gonna be happy. And let's also build all of these. Okay, so now we have definitely a city that is a bit bigger than before. And like I said, we should probably start right away to downgrade all of these. Even the equities, let's put them down. And instead, we're going to start upgrading on this side. It's gonna take a second for these because there are new houses, right? But they should be there very soon. And yeah, both of these will be in range of the sanctuary and the grammaticus, so that's what's important. We did reach now tier 4, and so as you can see, the health is also going to become a problem, happiness even more. So did I forget to actually put some medicines? Yes, I did. So let's put one maybe on this side and one on that side, or a bit more here actually. Okay, so for health we'll be fine. Happiness was super negative actually. Did I miss? Oh, maybe we're not providing enough of some of the... Maybe we can add a bit on... Don't have a great coverage actually on this side. And even on that side, if we start expanding, we probably want a bit more coverage. And you... Yeah, I think we're gonna place you like that. We're gonna start putting more houses here at least. Yeah, she's getting happier because Neptune is starting to be happy with us too, so that's great. Let's go a couple of this. Place that here for now. There is space for... Oh no, there is no space here. It's too small. Okay, but it's fine. It's fine. We're gonna keep it like this for now. We need a few more these guys, so let's go there, there, there. Maybe all of these. This is really what's in range. And I'm thinking, do we go right away for the equities or we wait a bit? Maybe we wait a bit. For now, focus on having, you know, a way bigger city. Oh, man. That's a bit of resource wasted. Let's expand that just a bit more and we'll check how we're doing on... Oh yes, we're too far for the market. Okay, fine. We'll get another one soon. Okay, then on this side we can definitely expand a bit more too. Yes, okay, let's go. I should have maybe turned that one around. And I don't know why my computer seems to be a bit slow right now. Because if I do this, then I can put 2 houses on each side. And then... Yeah, it's not perfect. All the roads to be aligned, better than nothing. Here we can probably... I know I'm wasting some resources, but we are playing in a high difficulty level, so... Can I place that one actually? Yeah, I think we can. So let's go. I'm not getting back any resources for any of those things, but I only have a choice. I want to use all of the space that is at my disposal over here. Okay, perfect. Means now we can expand a bit. Let's go. Okay, here. And we're gonna do the same there. Okay. Oh, I see we're also doing a delivery over here. Where is my ship? It is almost there. It's somewhere around here. Where are you? This one. Okay, so it's gonna arrive. You know, this is helping us getting some more money. It's always good to do some of these from time to time. Okay, so we're gonna want to rebuild that one ASAP, otherwise this is not going to work. And by the way, we may want to put one on this side and then another one more on this side. And then we can kill that one. Just trying to cover as many of the houses as possible, right? Okay, so here we have a pretty good coverage. But we may need another market in the future somewhere over here. Same on this side. And how much is that? This is 3. So just one more, please. On this side here, how are we doing? Because there's also a market somewhere here. Yes, there's a market here. So we can definitely expand also a bit more on this side. And here, how far are we going? Maybe there. And here, don't really have the space because I do probably want a road, or maybe not. You know, let's go crazy and delete that one. 2 more houses. Okay. Up, up, up. And here, I'm just gonna make it straight. Okay. Are we at 3 yet? No, because I guess I've used some. Oh, we're super low on happiness. It is probably because I'm not providing a lot. Oh no, the garum. The problem is the garum. Where is that production? Ah, that's the problem. It's creating negative happiness. We need to delete that. Move it, you know, in the middle of nowhere. Otherwise, that's really bad. The rest is okay. But clearly still not having a great. Oh, here we can add one on this side. Okay, here we're fine. Yeah, we have great coverage, but still in negative. That is terrible. Is it because we're not providing enough? No, we seem to be providing enough to my people. I'm not too sure why we're so much into negative here, but okay. So yeah, I'm gonna spend just a minute building all of those houses and getting the productions back to equilibrium, and I'll see you there. And it is, ladies and gentlemen, a few minutes later, you can see the city has grown significantly. We're not even tier 4, we're tier 5. We've crossed the 1,500 people in this one island here. This creates a huge happiness, health, and fire safety, malus. It does give you a bit more belief and knowledge and prestige, but yeah, you need to make sure you have enough, hospitals and things like this. We are actually just barely into positive for the health and the happiness, but our fire is definitely significantly negative. We're talking about, up to 10 buildings every 40 minutes. We're almost at -500. When you get below -500, this is when it gets really bad. It becomes red and you have a lot of problems. Look at my productions. We're actually producing enough, as you can see over here. 7 for the porridge, 8 for the sardines, 2 for the bread. We've had to build a second one, 1 of the garum, 8 of the tunics, 8 of the pileus or hats, 1 of the sandals, and we've had to actually build a second olive oil too, because the one we had was not enough. Which means, by the way, I had to also add 1 more olive oil farm on our second island over here. I actually put it over here, as you can see. We have also, of course, quite a big production of, the basic stuff. 7 oats, 2 wheat, 10 of the sheep, 2 of the pigs, 1 mackerel, and 9 of the hemp. And of course, the intermediary productions too, everything is good. So we're making enough for all of my people. Now, the really cool thing too is if you look at the religion, we have crossed over here. Oh, actually, did I went back down? No, we did cross over here the 1,000 for Neptune, so this main island we are in right now. And with this, we've unlocked the Shrine of Neptune. This will give us income and fire safety. So this is potentially how we can survive what I just mentioned, right? The super negative fire. We're gonna go over here and we're gonna see the Shrine of Neptune. This is, as you can see, kind of 3x3, the same size as a house, so it will be easy to place them. You know, you delete a house, you place it there. You delete a house, you place it there. And so we're gonna be able to place a few of them, but it does require, you know, this new resource over here, the concrete mixer. So we're gonna need to make that happen. To be able to make that happen, we need to first get a few more AQUEDUCts. So I'm thinking we're gonna start on this side here. So it is a couple of AQUEDUCts. They're getting some productions, all good. We actually got to 11, so that's perfect because that's what's needed here. This doesn't have a positive or negative impact, so you can place it pretty much anywhere you want. We don't really have a lot of space here. I have expanded, by the way, also on this side here. We have a new corner. Same on this side here. We've had to expand a bit. This is where I'm placing more of the negative stuff, right? Oh, actually, we just got a really nice boost. I mentioned it in the previous episode. We had this research over here of fire safety area effect +1, right? So improving definitely this significantly. We went from, I mean, you can actually see it over here. We got 357 thanks to this, you know, research. So that's a really important one to be done. But still, did I place this building or not? Yes, I did. So it is. We're gonna place a concrete mixer. Now we're talking about 1 minute 30 seconds. So we're obviously not gonna produce a lot per minute. We also don't need that much right away. Then we're gonna need our limestone quarry and our sand refining. So the sand can be pretty much anywhere. Just need space. I don't have a lot of space here, so I think we're gonna do the same I just did and put it oh, actually not a lot of space here either. Let's look at this asset. This is the sand, taking sand and making basically silica out of it. And then limestone, as I said, we're gonna need an actual mountain, maybe over here. Don't know if I'm in range of anything, but we can also just put a warehouse here. Wouldn't be too bad. Let's see. Yep. So this is not in range, obviously, of a warehouse, but that's okay. We're gonna place a warehouse just next to it, and then build those two things. Look at this asset. Nice. Limestone quarry. Now the good thing for limestone quarry is you can put it on pretty much any island. You don't need a fertility over here. It is though a negative stuff, -2 of health, so keep that in mind. Oh, fleets are getting bigger and bigger, except mines. Okay, so that is good. I think we're just, you know, barely -0.2. Okay, negative, so maybe we just add 2 here. Okay, and now we're back in positive. We have also a bit of workforce here if we wanted to have, you know, some troops on this island. So remember, we haven't really been defending this. My villa just has one wooden archer tower next to it. That's it. That's it. And I also see there is a request from the Emperor. So you don't have to click on it right away, but at some point you will see, you know, this timer come in. So at that point, start to click on it. My spies report an upcoming gathering in your province. Oh, to keep the peace, I suggest a sacrifice to Jupiter. Will you help? So agree to assassinate. If we do it, we can get +10. If we don't do it, we'll get -10. If we make an excuse and refuse, we'll lose 5. Okay, let's leave on the... this request includes destroying many ships. Okay, we're not gonna do it then, because I definitely don't have a lot of ships to spare on this. But definitely interesting to look at it. Interesting to look at it. Okay, so all this is done. Now we're gonna start, as I said, to get a few of these, which will help to unlock the really important research over here of the paved road. That's going to extend the reach of buildings, really important. But more importantly, we can start expanding into more AQUEDUCTs, right? So the cheese needs to come from the new region. So we'll do that in the next episode. The wine, on the other hand, we could potentially do if we had the grape. We don't have the grape on this island, and we don't have on this island either. Now we can check if we can potentially buy grapes. I can actually buy the wine, super expensive. I can buy lavender, but not grapes here. Over here, she's selling no grapes. We obviously cannot ask the parrot. We're not friends with them, but remember we are friends with her here. So maybe we can check if she's selling some. She is not. She is not. Okay, that's bad. So I cannot actually make wine. So we're gonna need to bring some cheese if we want, you know, to finish this space here, get it into the green. For these ones here, am I too far from the Grammaticus? Oh yeah, we're just too far from the Grammaticus here. So this is probably one of the first places where we want to extend the road into a paved road. We're gonna need quite a few more AQUEDUCTs. We actually need to double the number of AQUEDUCTs. But the good thing is we have that workforce, so let's go. And it is. Now we've unlocked it. We've also unlocked the theater. So this is a bit easier. It's a huge building, but it's easier to build, right? Because it's not, doesn't need the aqueduct and everything. This will actually affect a lot of buildings, as you can see, pretty big range, giving happiness, giving knowledge and prestige for all of the building in range. So this is where, you know, placing this right in the middle here could be a really good idea. There, maybe just over here actually, because I'm gonna need to destroy some roads to be able to place it. Okay, so I think, that's a bit annoying. It's just not the range. Like I would want one more space. Otherwise we may have to put it over here somewhere. I'll think about it. I'll show you in a second, but first let's actually look at our aqueduct. So first we need a source, right? And as I said, this is a mountain. So we don't really have a choice. I think we're gonna put it over here. That's going to take the water from that high source. Then we're gonna need to start placing aqueducts, right, to link it to our city. And then we're gonna want a cistern. So this is what we're gonna place, for example, somewhere over here. But the great thing is that this cistern is going to reduce also our fire risk and is going to improve the health. So it is a point where we are starting to get, you know, you can see it's possible to get into positive now with the last few buildings we've unlocked. We can actually give it to everybody, by the way. It's not just the AQUEDUCTs, you can put it everywhere. And this is where, you know, if you really want to plan your city, you need to leave space in the middle of your city for an aqueduct to go all around your city, so that then we can easily put also one on this side. Otherwise, what you have to do is probably have one on this side and one on that side. That the one on this side is connected to this reservoir, and the one on this side is connected maybe to that one. Right? So that's not ideal at all. Obviously, it would have been too easy if I had remembered to do that early. For now, I think let's just put one so that you guys can see how it is. It is gonna take a second because we also need quite a bit of this concrete. Let me build it and I'll see you in a minute when it's ready. Okay, so it is a few minutes later, we've built most of it. And I do want to remind you again that this can only go down. So you shouldn't, if somehow you have one of your mine that is actually pretty low, that's not gonna work. Or if you have a mine, then you go down and then you want to go back up again, that's not gonna work. So the terrain is pretty important. As you can see, this is definitely going down, so we're fine. Okay, so let's build this last piece here, and we can see the water is indeed falling down. And last but not least, the cistern. Here it is. And so now with this, we can see, you know, this is kind of an actual resources. With the mine, you know, the aqueduct source placed on the mine, you're going to create 100 units of water, and then it's going to start being used by your farms, used by your people, etc. Right? So here we're using 10 right now, so that's totally fine. We can pause it too, by the way, if we want, but then we wouldn't get the bonus. So it is, we have, you know, the water that is flowing over here. We can see it at the top. It is flowing down slowly but surely. And with this, we have reached positive in our fire. We're actually pretty positive because of two reasons. The first one is I have built one of these Neptune shrines, like I mentioned before. This will give you money and fire safety. So I'm gonna place a couple. We do have a limit. If you look over here, you know, there is a limit of 5 currently for this island. So I have actually only placed 4 and I need a bit more again of concrete. But yeah, we're placing those statues, and with that, we're getting a nice bonus. Right now with 2, I'm getting 113, for example. Then we're getting 147 from this, just all of the houses in range. And then last but not least, I'm also getting 48 and increasing 49 now from these AQUEDUCts that are getting the need of, you know, the aqueduct. So obviously it is indeed better, and that's why I did it over here, to give the cistern to your AQUEDUCts first and foremost, but you can place it anywhere like we mentioned before. It will still give you nice bonus, and we're 9 positive, so that is really great. You know, I hope you understand now that it is possible. Oh, there is a ruin there. Rebuilding, let's just do instant repair. So it is possible to survive even with this completely highest difficulty ever. And with this, ladies and gentlemen, I think we're gonna end this episode where we grew this city by a lot. The key thing, as I mentioned before, is we're fine now on public services, but we're not fine on food because we cannot make wine, and we need to make cheese in Albion and then bring it. So in the next episode, we're definitely gonna go to Albion to try to make some cheese and bring it back to those AQUEDUCts, so that then we can move, you know, to the next one here. Togas and brooches, which by the brooches is also coming from Albion. So maybe that will be the second resource that we also bring from there. It will also require 300 AQUEDUCts, so that will mean, you know, growing a bit more, you know, that the number that we have over here. So maybe these ones over there, but we need to be careful not to get into negative here either. Thank you for watching, and I hope to see you next time.